Hello and welcome to Vibe Cafe. If you're just joining us, this is a show where we have interesting, spontaneous, and sometimes controversial conversations, as well as give you positive vibe, just like the name says, and maximum entertainment. My name is Lerin and with me, my co-host, Oge. Hi, how are you?
Hello, Lerin. I feel
Loving
super.
this animal print dress.
Thank you.
Wait,
Thank
what?
you. Thank
It's
you so
given.
much. Thank you. And that
Oh
neck
my
piece of yours
days.
is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
I feel super hyped. I'm happy. I'm
Yeah,
so
you
cool
should
this
be
morning.
hyped. I mean, the vibe is right. You know, we are ready to get into the conversation. I'm super pumped. We have an amazing guest who's going to be talking about something that is very important to the society. We've got the movie review, games, and so much more. So if you don't want to miss out on all the juicy stuff that we have planned out for you today, then stick around. We'll come back right after this break. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Vibe Cafe. If you're just joining us today, we are going to be having a very, very interesting conversation that is quite important in our society, but not many people are talking about and paying attention to, and that is breastfeeding. We've all heard of the importance of breastfeeding for children and mothers, but it seems like lots of people are not really, doing what they are supposed to do and doing it properly. So we're having that conversation with an expert. She is a digital midwife with the Wellbeing Foundation, and we're going to be having that conversation. Her name is Eunice Akhigbe. Welcome to the show.
You.
How are you feeling?
Good, and you?
Are you excited to be here?
Why not?
All right. I'm excited as well to have this conversation.
Yeah.
First of all, like I said, breastfeeding is something that is very important. Even though I don't have a child, I've heard of the importance and why mothers, should breastfeed their children exclusively for 6 months. But some people are not just doing this. I read a report a while back that said about 23% of Nigerians, only 23% of Nigerians breastfeed exclusively for 6 months. Why is that the case?
There are a lot of challenges that comes with breastfeeding, and you hear mothers complain, make a whole lot of complaint and tell you why they cannot do exclusive. And the point is, I see it from the angle that if they know the very importance of exclusive breastfeeding, then they will dabble into it. However, by virtue of the program we have in our foundation, the Wellbeing Foundation, we've been able to inform mothers and empower them with the right information to understand the benefits of exclusive breastfeeding, and they do it with so much joy. And you see mothers helping mothers, mothers educating mothers, because they've gone through that experience, they've enjoyed it, they're seeing the benefits, so they want to encourage other mothers to do same, so that it will be of benefit to them and their children. It is not just the benefit to the baby, just the benefit to the mother. It has benefits to the father, to the family, to the community, to the country, and to the world at large. Wow. So it is not just a family issue. It extends to the exterior. So every other person benefits from that singular act between the mother and the child.
So basically you're saying that most people are not breastfeeding exclusively because they don't know the benefits.
Exactly.
What are these benefits?
Good. I'm going to explain the benefits of breastfeeding using the word breastfeeding.
Okay.
First, the B stands for best for baby.
Okay.
Of course, I always tell mothers during our classes, the mama care classes, I tell them, I said, let's compare what God prepared. Let me use the word I use. Let's compare what God cooked and what you as the human being cooked, which is best. Of course, it's going to be that made by God. So it's best for baby. The R is reduced allergy. Now, the formula you want to go and get, do you know how it was manufactured? Do you know how it was produced? Even you, the mother that wants to prepare, there are a lot of things that in the course of preparation that you may contaminate the food.
Right.
And by the time it gets into the baby, you start having issues here and there. And there is possibility that the formula itself does not sit well in the system of the baby. And before you know, allergies will evolve. So breast milk, the R stands for reduced allergy. Then we have the E, easily digestible. There is nothing like, oh, the child could not digest, is having swollen abdomen, is having one abdominal challenge or the other, or stomach or whatever, or GIT challenge. GIT is gastrointestinal tract. So there is nothing of such. Easily digestible. Then we now have the A, affordable. You don't have to pay for it. Already prepared, it's just there. I tell the mothers whenever the baby comes out of the food, we've ever been in the delivery room, we don't want to use the word labor room, we've ever been in the delivery room and the mother gives birth. Once the baby comes out, you see the baby turning towards the corner where the breast is. And I tell them, it's like over there in heaven, God has given them that orientation that you see where you are going to come out from, to the left and to the right is your food bank. Just move there and take it in. So you see babies do that. So that is affordable. You don't have to pay to get it. It's already there. Then the S is stool unoffensive. You don't see baby stool and then you're closing. Mothers tell me that it looks like egusi. That's the word they use to describe it. But it's not offensive. You don't have to start closing your nose, feeling, oh, this odor is terrible. No, it's not. Then the T stands for temperature normal. Within normal temperature, you don't want to check if it's hot, if it's cold, if it is, mild, if it is lukewarm. You don't need all of that. Well kept, prepared. Then I've talked about breast. Then the feeding. Feeding normal. No stress of turning here, turning there. Let's look for spoon. Let's look for cup. No. Just put the baby close to the mother, and the feeding is going on. Then we'll have the first E is economical, of course. Like I said, you don't have to pay for it. So you're saving your money. The money you would have used to buy the formula and all of that, you're saving it, you're keeping it, so you use it for other things. Feed the mother, get well, recuperate properly, take care of your baby. Then you have the other emotional bonding. There is this connection between baby and mother. You will find that there are times that when you give a baby to another mother, I don't want to use this word surrogate mother, but you give the baby to another mother and say, please help me, and the baby is crying. And you're not like, I think a grandmother tried it, carried her grandchild and was like, mommy's busy, take. And the baby was turning the mouth away. That's not my mother. That's not my mother's breast. The baby was looking for the mother. There is this connection between mother and child that breastfeeding brings about. Then D, developmental. The brain of the baby, the system, the organs of the baby develop properly with breastfeeding.
Okay.
Because it contains all the adequate nutrients in their right proportion. There is no one that is higher than the other. Everything perfectly made. Then we have the I, immunization. That's the first immunization baby gets from the mother. Once the baby comes out, the first immunization, the breast milk is in the breast milk.
Wow.
Yes. Then we have the N, nutritionally balanced. Like I said earlier on, every nutrient is in there in their right proportion. Then you have the G, gastroenteritis free. What is gastroenteritis? The baby don't have to have diarrhea. Because everything are in the right proportion. Nothing is too much, nothing is in excess, nothing is less.
Okay.
So these are the benefits. If mothers can understand these benefits of breastfeeding and many more, this is just connecting mother and baby. I said earlier on, we have it extending to the family, to the community, and to the country at large, even to the world. So if mothers have this, understand these benefits, as small as it is, then of course they're going to practice it. Yes, we know that there are challenges, but these challenges are challenges you can handle. You can handle. All you need to do, the first thing is determination. You're ready to do it. Once you have that in your mind that I'm going to breastfeed exclusively and I'm going to stretch it as much as I can, get ready. You can do it.
All right. I'm glad that you mentioned the development part of things, because I know I've heard someone say that if children who breastfeed longer are usually smarter, and I'm like, really? Are you sure? So I'm glad that you mentioned that. These mostly are benefits for the child. But how does the mother also benefit from breastfeeding?
Very good. Now, I said earlier on emotional bonding between mother and child. Then there is this other part that most mothers are not aware of. But by virtue of our program, mothers are now empowered. Once the woman gives birth, the womb, medically we call it the uterus, is supposed to return back to what we call the pre-gravid state, the state it was before the woman became pregnant.
Okay.
Now, once she starts breastfeeding her baby, there is what we call, I want to use the word pikin the way as if I'm in class. As if I'm in class. I'm used to talking to my mothers. So once you start breastfeeding your baby, what happens is oxytocin is an hormone that helps to cause contraction of the womb. So that same hormone is what plays out when the woman is to give birth. Contracts and relaxes, contracts and eventually the woman expels the baby. We say she has given birth to the baby. Now, when she's breastfeeding, oxytocin is released that helps the womb to contract and relax, and that process is to help the womb return back to the state it was, nearly the state it was before the woman became pregnant. So that alone is a huge benefit. So you see some mothers, after delivery, 3 months, 6 months, their tummy is still big as if something else is inside there. No. If you breastfeed very well, before 6 weeks, it may not return totally to how it was before, but then you will see that considerable reduction in the size. Abdominally, you will see it that it has gone down. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's absolutely amazing.
Beautiful.
But what are the challenges? Because I've heard women complain about tenderness and a couple of other things. So what are the challenges?
One of the challenges is sore nipple.
Okay.
Then I'm just going to pick them. There are a lot of them, but I'm just going to pick them one after the other and maybe do my explanation. Now, for sore nipple, that's why I have my mannequins here that I'm going to demonstrate with. Because the mothers don't attach the baby well enough to the breast, of course you're going to have sore nipple. Now, the breast has, this is the nipple.
Okay.
Around it is the black round part we call the areola.
Okay.
Beneath the areola is the milk storage center, what I call the milk storage center. It's called the alveoli. Now, this is the areola, areola, areola. Beneath the areola is the alveoli, alveoli. That is the milk storage center. Breast milk is formed at the base of the breast.
Okay.
Then it now moves, following the lactiferous tubules and all the tubules, and then it moves to the alveoli and is stored there. When breastfeeding a child, permit me to do this.
Okay.
Now, when breastfeeding a child, the mouth, the lip of the child had to, charm on the areola. It's like you have a balloon. That's how I demonstrate it to my mothers. You have a balloon and you have water inside the balloon. Then you have the nuts. If you want the water to come out of that balloon, you don't press just the nuts. You don't compress the nut. You compress where the water is, so that the water can come out. So you want the baby to have enough breast milk, then the baby have to latch on properly on the areola, compressing it for the breast milk to come out. But why mothers have sore nipple is because they don't attach the baby well enough to breast. The baby hang on the nipple. Now on the nipple we just have ducts, openings out of the alveoli into the baby's mouth. Now, once the baby charm on the nipple, the baby is just sucking flesh, skin. And so as the baby is pulling it, the mother is going to have cracks.
Okay.
So if the baby is not well charmed on the areola, that's the black round part, of course the mother is going to have sore nipple and cracked nipple. So once the mother have this, you hear them complaining of pain. And as a result of that, they feel, I can't go on. While they're breastfeeding the child, he's paining me. Oh, no. It's okay. And you hear slangs like, I didn't kill my mother, don't come and kill me. I say, excuse me? This baby was enjoying in heaven, and you said, come, I'm available. And so the baby is here, so you give the baby all the baby wants. So sore nipple is one of the challenge. Then another thing is engorged breast. If a baby is not well attached to the breast, or the mother does not initiate breastfeeding early enough, and the breast gets engorged with, of course she's going to have pain, because the muscles of the breast are stretched, and we have nerve endings everywhere, so she's going to be having this pain. The only option we give them is, if you're not breastfeeding, at the point you're not breastfeeding, please express. You could hand express, you could use the machine.
What do you mean by express?
You take out the breast milk.
Okay.
It's either you express into a cup and then you feed the baby with it, cup and spoon, we prefer that, or you express into your bottle and save.
Okay.
You store. then after which you breastfeed this child. So when the child cries or the child is hungry, you give that which you've expressed first before you now start directly on the breast.
Okay. All right, I'm definitely learning so much from this conversation, and I'm sure you're learning too. We'll go on a quick break. When we come back, the conversation continues, so don't go anywhere. This is Vibe Cafe.
Welcome back to Vibe Cafe. If you're just joining us, we're having a very interesting topic about breastfeeding. And today we're diving into our fact file for today, and which says women who breastfed at some time in their life were less likely to develop heart diseases and stroke. Ma, I want to ask, what is the fact around this? How true is it?
Of course, part of the benefit of breastfeeding is it saves the mother a lot of health challenges. A lot of health challenges. One of which is even apart from the stroke and the heart disease, because stress is going to be taken off this woman. The challenge of I'm breastfeeding this child, or I want to breastfeed this child, I don't have maybe the supports and all the help that she needs for her to be able to carry out this practice effectively. Now, of course, we know that production of blood, of the breast milk and every other thing that this woman needs to be to deliver effectively as a mother to that child is very, very essential. So if her health condition is dwindling, or she has issues with her health condition, of course she's not going to be able to carry out that practice effectively, and the baby is going to suffer. Except if she has one of the things we always tell mothers, if they have health challenge, except they have been cleared by their practitioner, their medical doctor, that they can breastfeed, even with the health challenge. For there are some that have certain health challenges like HIV, they can breastfeed. So if there are other conditions that can permit this woman to breastfeed, of course we'll allow her to do that. But if there are conditions, especially with the mother and even with the baby, there are ways we ensure that this baby does not miss out in the benefits of the breast milk. How? Expressing. We ask the mother to express. Even when babies have cleft palates, they cannot hold the or clinch on the nipple, hold on to the areola. We express, and then we use a cup and spoon, or we use the tube, or we help with the use of a syringe. Just somehow we just improvise to see that the breast milk gets to the baby. So of a truth, mothers who don't breastfeed at all, or who don't breastfeed effectively, may come down with one health challenge or the other, because breastfeeding helps to prevent a lot of things. One of it is ovarian cancer, breast cancer, uterine cancer. Yes, it does. It helps. It keeps mothers away from those kind of health challenges. And if we want to connect it to stroke, and it has to do with the mental effects. Knowing that you have a baby and you cannot breastfeed, it has a lot of, that's why you see some mothers come down after delivery. One of the challenges, they come down with depression, what we call postpartum depression. So that mental implication of not being able to breastfeed their child, you're seeing the child crying and you cannot do anything about it. It can go further to do further damage to the health of that mother.
True. So, Ma, I would like to know, there are mothers who give birth and they are unable to breastfeed at that moment. Are there things they can do to enhance their breast milk?
If you say they are unable to breastfeed at that moment, is it as a result of a structural defect?
It could be. I had an aunt who, after giving birth, she just couldn't milk. She wasn't having ears. Okay. So are there things you can do to aid?
She was not producing enough.
Exactly.
All right. Now, what we tell mothers to do, breastfeeding does not start at birth.
Okay.
Preparation for breastfeeding starts when you were pregnant.
Whoa.
Yeah. At that point, you start preparing your nipple. You start eating the right food, enough rest to get yourself ready. Normally for mothers, between 16 to 20 weeks, 18, 20 weeks of pregnancy, they can express colostrum from their breast. Why pregnant? Tells you that the breast is being prepared, getting ready for breastfeeding. So once the mother gives birth, within 1 hour of birth, put the baby to breast. The hormone that is responsible for sustaining the pregnancy is called the progesterone hormone, and we have a relaxing hormone too that helps keep the muscles of the womb so that it doesn't start contracting before time. Once the baby comes out, the brain needs to get another message that this baby is no longer in there, the baby is out. So another hormone that's going to help for production of breast milk needs to come into play. And for that hormone to start secreting, what is going to cause that change, that transition, is the sucking reflex of the baby. So within 1 hour of birth, that baby should be put to breast. It's called early initiation. So once you put that baby to breast, the message gets to the brain. There's a part of the brain, anterior pituitary gland. The message gets there, and then prolactin is being produced, which helps to ensure that milk is being produced. So once it activates the acinine cells, the cells that help produce this milk, once it activates it, breast milk starts flowing. You will find that mothers will not start lactating early enough. But mothers that don't put their baby early enough to breast, they'll stay like 72 hours beyond, and yet they are not producing milk. Once milk activation is done already, takes place, established, then the mother, all she needs to do is eat well, a lot of fluid diets, and then rest well. She will produce. And the more you put your baby to breast, the more breast milk you produce.
That is so insightful. This is so beautiful. So, Ma, can you just tell us, women who want to get more of this information, how they can contact you, how you can, of course, disburse all these informations to them, your organization, and how you help women in this regard?
Good. We have, in the Wellbeing Foundation Africa, we have what we call the Mama Care Antenatal and Postnatal Educational Program.
Okay.
Now, this program is the brainchild of the founder, president of the Wellbeing Foundation Africa. It is to empower mothers with the right information while they're pregnant, expectant mothers, even intending mothers. Okay. Intending mothers, expectant mothers, and nursing mothers. That's postpartumly. In this program, we have the WhatsApp group where we have mothers from different parts of the world. Yes, different parts of the world. They are part of this group. They come in, we educate them. Every day we have a lot of the groups round. We have those in Lagos, we have those in Kwara. And the funny thing is, they are not just drawn from those in Kwara. Those, we have people that are outside the country requesting to be part of this group. And so we get them into the group, and it is for free.
Wow.
Yeah, the organization does it for free. We educate mothers on issues that borders on maternal, newborn, and child health care.
That's absolutely amazing. I feel like I've literally been in class, learning. These are things that people don't talk about enough, and then you go ahead to have babies, and then you struggle. So I'm really, really glad that you came around and we had this conversation.
My pleasure.
I'm sure you learned a thing or two about breastfeeding, and yeah, that's what we do on the show. We'll go on a quick break. When we come back, the movie review and the game. So don't go anywhere. This is Vibe Cafe. Welcome back to Vibe Cafe. If you're just joining us, this is the part of the show where we review a movie, and I'm usually very excited about this part of the show, but today I don't even understand because of the film we are reviewing. Now, the name of the movie is Bring Him Back Dead, and it was directed by Mark Savage. All right, from the title you would think that this is going to be a really savage movie, right?
Yeah.
But then you get into it and you're like, what is going on? It's so crazy.
If I'm to give a facial expression for this movie, it will probably be like this. Like, really?
No emotions.
No emotions.
You are
Seriously.
not even upset.
I'm pissed.
Right.
From the name, I was expecting a whole lot. Mm-hmm. It's an action thriller. I was expecting something to excite me. And the funny part about this movie is the fact that it's a robbery themed movie, and they're supposed to go for a robbery, get diamonds and all of that. The things I had issues with acting. How can something as little as acting be issues? There is this scene where they go to rob and they shoot a gun, and the lady they shoot at dies before the bullet gets to her.
It was
How
a
is that
Z-World moment.
possible? Like, how can something that little be? I don't know. I have
was
issues
Z-World.
with everything. It
It
was
was
just
so crazy. Now, the
it's-
annoying thing is Hollywood has set the pace when it comes to filmmaking,
You know?
movies and all of that. We even sit here and talk about Nollywood films for not doing it right every time. So going in and even seeing the title, Bringing Back Dead, and you're so expectant and you go in and from the first scene, you're seeing bad acting. You're seeing, just
let's not
weird
go talk about the
cinematography.
costume,
The costume
Let's not
outfit.
go
It was
there.
just a really low budget
It was,
film,
yeah.
and definitely not going to watch it again.
Yeah.
But totally go check it out for yourself. You might like it. It might be a cup of tea. Let us know on social media at Vibe Cafe Show. We'll go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll definitely play the game, and you do not want to miss out on it because it's usually fun. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Vibe Cafe. This is the part where we get to play a game. I'm still the queen of the game, and I'm still very pumped about today's game. We are going to be playing Accent Challenge. Now, the rule is pretty simple. We're going to take turns to give ourselves phrases to say in different accents. So if I say this phrase in this accent, you have to say that phrase in the accent I give to you. Are you good?
Sure, I'm good.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
First phrase I want you to say is, that door is locked.
Okay.
Say it with a Calabar accent.
That door is locked.
If a Calabar person hears you, they'll be so upset.
They'll probably give me tea or something. But I think I killed that.
With the umbok was okay. The rest of it, I don't know what that was.
That door is locked. That door is locked.
What accent is that? Okay, give me your phrase.
All right, so let me say this girl is beautiful in Yoruba.
This girl is beautiful.
Oh my God, that's the coolest Yoruba ever.
You're not fully educated. What do you want
Okay,
from
give me the uneducated.
No, all the ones I know, they are
That's the
very
one I
like
want.
posh.
No, please give me that one.
I can't try. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Okay, let's go.
Okay,
Give me
my
a word.
phrase is I would like to eat something now.
Okay.
Say that with a German accent.
German accent. German. I would like to eat something now.
Is this German angry?
Yes, like they're always very harsh. I would like to eat something now. Like
it's also tongue-tied.
Yeah, like they talk like this.
I don't know what that is.
I'm not sure I got that.
All
but
right.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
My
your
phrase.
Okay, I'm the one giving.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, is this dress is beautiful in, should I say Hausa?
This dress. Ugh, damn.
Quo. Okay, that quo is good. Continue.
Kai, this dress is beautiful. I just. How do they say dress?
Should I? No.
It's beautiful.
Okay, say it again.
This dress is beautiful.
Oh, that was
What?
nice.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
all right.
give me mine.
Your phrase is I want a laptop for school
Okay.
in Bielsan accent.
You just want to take this crown. Yeah.
No.
I think you can have it. Just take it.
Bielsa.
I don't know. How was I? No, I don't. How am I supposed to know by?
Can
Really?
you try?
I can't. Change it.
Okay.
Please.
Let's do reverse then.
Okay, you have the crown. It's fine.
All right, give me a phrase. Give me a phrase. Give me a phrase.
Okay. I'm going to a party in India.
I am going to a party.
No.
I
No, that will not fly.
I am going to a party.
No, that would not fly.
I'm going to a party.
No, that would not fly because I know this accent very well.
Oh yeah, do it.
I am going to a party.
I am going to a party. Oh,
Like they're always
it's actually very good.
when they talk.
Yeah, but the head is anyway. I don't watch Z-World, and they begged me to watch. I said no. Anyway, this was absolutely fun. Who's the winner now?
I think it's a draw. Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
I'll take it. I absolutely enjoyed playing
did
this
too.
game. You can totally try this at home with your friends, loved ones and let us know how it goes. We always do this every time on the show, so join us again next week so we do this all over again. In the meantime, follow us on social media at Vibe Cafe Show. Follow me at Lerin and
follow me at Fab Mali.
Until next time, do have a great time. Bye.